Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Saints going up against the Texans. With that, let's get out to NRG Stadium in Houston. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the New Orleans Saints and the Houston Texans. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film would be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this would be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. On play action, they'll throw. Finding time. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And on the ground they go with a running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
4th and right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Second down following the run. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are... going to take over at the 31-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. Shreds the tackle. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. They've certainly got something to build off of. They had the interception last time out.
And now they have to just make sure they're cognizant of not trying too hard for interceptions. Once you get one, it makes you a little more antsy to try and get another one. Now they got to be careful of double moves, different things like that against them. But they like the momentum that they've begun to build.
We'll see if they can keep that momentum going. It's a pickup of 19. And that leads to a New Orleans 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They go play action here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the Texans scoop it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover. But if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go. And maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Houston in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They come out here in the eye.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll come out in the pistol. And to give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. Boom, landed.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Looking to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Houston first. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got time in the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. Back to throw again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, the spin. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Six yards to go here on second down. From the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Going to throw deep, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Their dangerous wide receiver, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Texans are on the bad end of things at home, but will have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Saints deserve to be ahead, but will need to put together another strong half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense on the field now after the turnover. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and this play will go for 6. Saints is up now by 7. Saints have it late in the second. Completion is made across the middle of the field, and he capped off the long drive with a TD. Staying late in the half. Here the pass goes into the end zone, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Lead grows to 21. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you back over to Houston as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans defense, we watch them get set to go. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I can just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. They go play action here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So a fumble on second down. They're able to maintain possession. Brings up third.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
They'll look to set up his blockers. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Alert, alert. 3 out. Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got time. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Third down now following the completed pass. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Saints are pouring it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory. 3
touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last drive, 3-and-out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy called. Calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down following the run.
Hey, we got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. Bring it up. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field. So it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He'll field this at the 5.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit Ball pops out, incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Single, slot. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch left. Stop right there.
They come out here in the eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 54. Mike 54. Rip left.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big tight end, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints just continue to roll. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
I got 40.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw now on 1st down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Let's go. Watch 36 tonight.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Throw here out of the gun to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Houston. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe... mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They come out here in the eye. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Two yards to go here on third down.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.